Hey groupies, welcome back to Form of Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me PD. And today we are checking out More and More by TWICE. TWICE in their latest comeback. I am super excited. TWICE. Saw them in concert last year, which was one of my favorite concert experiences. I especially got to see them on the floor with my friend, who is a huge TWICE fan, and that was a really like kind of life-changing experience for me regarding TWICE. And then their previous mini album was phenomenal. It might be one of the best mini albums I've ever heard, and it was such a great evolution in TWICE's music. Mind you, the rest of the B-sides on the previous album are a little bit different than the title track, but they were leaning towards and evolving towards synth fancy to then feel special. They were kind of escalating more into dance tracks. So I'm curious as to what More and More is going to be like. Are they going to continue the trend of having or a focus on dance tracks, or is this going to be something different? So we're going to find out. Now, before we get into this video, guys, if you guys would like to support us beyond just watching this video, you can head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/formatherapy. We have early access to reactions like this, and for just a little bit more, we have live stage reactions, variety show reactions, reality show reactions. Specifically celebrating TWICE comeback, we are watching TWICE's Time to TWICE series on our Patreon, and then afterwards I'm going to be reacting to their Seize the Light series as well. Yeah, so all that fun bonus content is on Patreon. However, supporting us monetarily is completely optional. If you don't want to or you can't, we understand. Let's just get into this video. This is More and More by TWICE, and this is your form of therapy. Ah, she's back. Not gonna freak out. Hold on, this sounds way too quiet. What's going on? No, my volume's normal. Oh, maybe it's an intro. Sorry for stopping. I know I don't usually stop on the first run through. I just thought the audio is messed up. Hold on. It must be an intro. It was an intro. Sorry about that. There we go. Wow. Mina, I have missed you. Ooh. Oh my goodness. More. Oh my goodness. There's an interesting mashup of genres here where it's like a bohemian hippie genre mixed with more of a jungle concept going on, more of a wild nature concept, and it's a little bit like psychedelic and mesmerizing. Yeah, very much more of a hippie bohemian inspired concept. More. What in the world am I looking at? Whoa! Oh! Huh. Huh. Whoa. Certainly not what I was expecting. Huh. Don't get me wrong. The pause doesn't mean that I dislike it. I very much like it. I'm just very surprised by the avenue they went on with this concept. There's also like I definitely have to watch the music video again, but there seemed to be like an odd religious theme going on, or at least not necessarily religious. Well, I don't know. There was a whole Adam and Eve concept going on, or a little portion of it, maybe. We're gonna watch the video again. But it seems like musically they are progressing towards. This one was also more of a dance pop track, but that bridge was incredible. It was probably one of their more intensive bridges and one of their more intensive dance breaks. I mean, all of their dance breaks are actually pretty darn intensive because of the amount of people that they have and the way they push the group each time with each comeback. I feel like it's hard to say that this is the most intensive, but it is definitely up there in the upper echelon of the rankings, if you were to say. But let's watch this again real quick, and let's check out this music video. So the initial vibe I get from this is like this is some kind of a paradise that they're in. Also, orange hair, very hard to pull off. Sana looks great with orange hair. See, that's... So then you've got the cut to red, and usually in music videos, when you cut to this kind of a negative color space, it kind of insinuates something a little bit darker, and because they're also cutting to a snake, and then you've got the whole apple bites going, like the apple eating going on, like is there something more ominous at play here? I love the instrumental for this though, like the soundscape, the way it just like kind of, it's so, it fluctuates so fluidly. See, like, you've got, like, these overlaying images, like, not necessarily double exposure, more like, it's almost like those kaleidoscopes. This gives it more of a psychedelic hippie vibe, I feel like. Very reminiscent of, like, the 70s look. What's with the editing on this? It's really insane. And so their outfits are very colorful, but when they're in this garden, it's a pure white, which kind of represents innocence and being more on the angelic side. And I also love this shot of, is that Taehyun on the left? And that's probably Mina. The way they just kind of part out of Nayeon here. Let's pull back. The way they just, oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, so obviously in scripture there's the whole apple and then Adam and Eve and then Satan taking the form of a snake concepts. The fact that these are so, and the fact that they're wearing these white clothing, which indicate a sense of innocence, and Adam and Eve lost their sort of like mental innocence when they took a bite of the apple, which was the apple of truth, right? More. Love the moves too. Love how fluid it is. Like, this is trippy. This was diamond encrusted spider web. More. I love that. And like we're talking about, is there a sort of a sinister element to this song? Like, listen to this bridge. Listen to like this. Listen to the winding, like dark electronic elements. Like, it's kind of ominous. Just notice they're wearing like bell-bottom jeans in the in the outdoor section of. Oh, first of all, is this a legit set? My goodness, like how much of this is CG and how much of it is a set? Like, that's insane. But I just noticed they're wearing bell-bottom jeans, which definitely fits more of the kind of 70s fashion. So this is weird. Looking at the lyrics and looking at the video. Like they talk about saying like, I'm naturally selfish, I'm gonna make you mine, even if you run away far from me, you're gonna be mine again. Like, and like even look at the shot of Jihyo. Like this Jihyo, this shot. See in I don't have anything to cover, but in sort of framing. When you cover up half the face, especially in like movie posters, it implies sort of an ominous, usually a darker meaning, like a villainous sort of portrayal. And I feel like This is a weirdly dark song masked in poppy, sugary bubblegum goodness, but also still with the elements of that kind of darkness. They talk about like, I'm gonna make you mine, blah blah blah, and I realize like, are they sort of, they're putting themselves in the position of the snake in the garden, like that. Like this whole video isn't a religious, it's not religiously inspired. I think it was just that section that just to show you a little symbolism of the snake and the apples, but they're implying that they are the snake in the garden. They're the ones that are gonna seduce you and make you wanting more. And the lyrics of wanting more, saying you want more, it's like once you have a bite of the apple, once you have the apple of truth, you're gonna want more. You know, like there's no going back. You're gonna consume more. And there are differences too. It's called the apple of truth, and they're wearing like pure white outfits when they're in the garden, but then when they take a bite of the apple, their outfits change into something that's colorful. It's as if eating the apple, you know, gave them sight, you know, it woke them up, and they're in this colorful outfit. The world is much more beautiful, and they go into like where is it, this part right here. It's like it opens the path to a whole new world. It's symbolic of like it's opening a path to a whole new world when you eat this apple, or when you know, fall in love with Twice. It's like a brand new world. And so there's a lot of interesting symbolism here. Like, I'm kind of surprised. I don't know, maybe I'm reading way too much into it, but I feel like that is exactly what's being presented here. In terms of the song, I really like it. I'm glad that Twice is pursuing down this dance track. I'm glad that it's not like similar to Fancy or Feel Special. The only way that they're similar to Fancy and Feel Special is that it's a dance track, but the sound and the genre and like the inspiration feels way different. It does kind of fit like this refreshing summer vibe that we have, but I do love the intensive moments in the song as well. So this was really, really well done. I'm really surprised, but you know, this is something I have discussed with some other like K-pop like producers who analyze the scene, and something that we talked about regarding Twice after Fancy is like, that's like the best way to kind of evolve this group that was inherently a girl group with very cute, cheery songs. How do you evolve a group without it being drastic and without it being so different that people reject it? It's like you slowly evolve it over time. And like, what kind of genre of music do you go into? And dance tracks seems to be a very perfect fit for them. And it's not that their choreo wasn't hard or difficult or intensive before. It was, but this is just a very different style of intensive choreo that I think is really, really cool to see. And I think Twice, I didn't think it was possible, but they are evolving and growing even more right before our eyes. So this was a great concept from Twice's More and More. But guys, what did you guys think from the comeback? Did you guys enjoy it? How does it compare to Fancy, Feel Special? What do you think about this path like they're going on with their dance music? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys would like to support us, feel free to do so on Patreon at patreon.com/formatherapy. For as little as $2 a month, you get early access to videos like this and more. We have live stage reactions, variety show, reality show reactions. Like I said, we're going to be checking out Time to Twice and then Seize the Light. So go ahead and check that out on our Patreon, but supporting us monetarily is completely optional. If you don't want to or you can't, we understand. Why don't you go ahead and just leave a comment down below and let us know what you thought of the video. Leave a like. When you hit that like button, it actually helps us out a lot with the YouTube search algorithm, and we would greatly appreciate it from you guys. If you're new, also, if you're a once, go ahead and click subscribe. Be notified for future uploads by hitting the notification bell, and check out all our other videos over here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.